So I watched The Notebook, and for context, on the screen here, you can see, like right over there, you can see it is a 54% Rotten Tomato and 85% on, or sorry, for critics and 85% for like your average Joe, right? So what's the deal with the movie, right? Did I like it? Did I not like it? Why is it so divisive? Um, like what are like the rapey undertones, right? We'll talk about that. So, the first thing I want to say is I did like the movie. I got it as a recommendation from a friend because she said it was similar to Titanic, right? And I kind of get that. I think she was talking about in the sense of like how the main character sacrifices are. I think we're talking about how I think his name is Jack in the Titanic. He gives his life for a rose, right? And we were talking about how like it's like romantic to like sacrifice for a lover, right? And um, and then she was like, "Oh, the Notebook is similar, right?" And here's spoilers warning, by the way. Um, Rachel McAdams ends up with Ryan Gosling instead of the rich guy, right? And I think the movie is really stupid. It's really romantic, and I feel like it's definitely made for women. I feel like uh also because a lot of the people that have watched it that I know of are also women. So like there's that, right? Um, but yeah. Uh, so what? So I'm not a woman, right? But what did I think of the movie? So um, okay. I like the movie. Okay, I thought it was entertaining. It the rating is cliche, but it was well told. The ending is very sweet. With like the both of them being old and Rachel McAdams being not senile. She's a dementia patient. Right? I think she has Alzheimer's. And then Ryan Gosling has like heart problems, and they die holding each other. Um, like together at the same time on the same night. It's really crazy. Okay, it's like some Disney ending type shit, but I thought it was really sweet, right? I thought the romance is really sweet. It's really romantic, right? It's like it's a fiery romance. Um, Similar to the Titanic in a way, right? And it's like a class story. It hits every cliche, but it does it well. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they have like the amusement park cliche. Like I've seen this in like so many stupid romance movies. Every time I see it, picture an amusement park, I picture the kissing booth. So I have trauma, right? But yeah. So it hits that cliche. There's the cliche of like, oh, she's like let go of her parents are telling her and follow her heart, right? And there's like the whole like she's rich and he's a broke boy, and like should she follow her heart or play it safe, right? It's like it's undeniably cliche, but I think it does the cliches amazingly well. It's a really entertaining movie. Um, I was never bored. I was entertained from start to finish. I told myself I'd watch half of it in one day and finish it in the other. And then when I got to the 1 hour mark, I said 15 more minutes, and I said more minutes four more times, and I ended up staying until I ended up watching the movie instead of doing my college essay, right? So yeah, it's entertaining, right? And I think it's okay. Like there are some red flags with it, okay? That's why it's a 58 on Rotten Tomatoes and 85 in the audience. Okay. Okay, we'll start this. Number one, Ryan Gosling, whatever he does to secure Rachel McAdams, it would not work today. Okay. So, for context, he hangs like off a Ferris wheel, right? Like basically threatening to kill himself. If Rachel McAdams doesn't agree to go on a date with him, right? And then Rachel McAdams pulls down his underwear, so he's just like hanging there. If it's like, it pulls down his pants, so he's his underwear on. And he's just hanging on the Ferris wheel, and it's like a whole thing. And like, and she says yes, right? Because she's like, don't kill yourself, right? Don't like let go of the Ferris wheel. So you should. So yeah, sure, yeah, okay. I'll go on a date with you, which is like really rapey vibe. She says no to him like four times before this too. Um, and and like he basically forces her to go on a date with him, and then she never messages him again or whatever, right? She never reaches out to him. So then he sees her on the street and he's like, "So what happened to my date?" Right? And she's like, "I don't remember agreeing to a date," right? And she basically says no again, right? And then he pressures her and pressures her, but it doesn't go anywhere. So he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna get my friend, who is a mutual friend with her, to set up a double date," right? And he's like the secret mystery date. And then at that point, she was like, "Okay, I'm here anyways, and I've no ride home, so I might as well watch this movie," right? And then yeah, and then uh, and they like I don't know, like look at each other in the movie theater, and then she's like, "Okay, maybe Ryan Gosling is pretty hot after all." So then they like go on a walk, and then Ryan Gosling like sits in the middle of like the street, and he's like, "You should let go and like do what you want," right? That whole cliche, and that's basically it. Right? That's how they get together, and then so that's red flag number one, right? He's like a turbo rapist. Okay, like he pushes himself onto her like 6 times. Um, can't take no for an answer. His character's an idiot too. Okay, but we'll get to that later, right? Um, like it's romantic, right? To say you're gonna let go of the Ferris wheel and kill yourself, or if this girl doesn't say yes to your date, it's romantic, but it's very stupid. Okay, there's that. Number two. Okay, we'll go in chronological order. Ryan Gosling, and we'll get more spoilery as we go, obviously, right? Ryan Gosling. Okay, so Rachel McAdams, right? For context, Rachel McAdams breaks up with Ryan Gosling, and then, yeah, right? Because her parents don't approve of them being together, and she needs to go to college, and it would never work. And then there's like this whole argument, and they break up. And then like Rachel McAdams is also like low key physically abusive. She like pushes him a lot. It's like low key not that good. Um, and like the subtext, like they argue a lot, but they always like become better or whatever, right? So then yeah, so then Ryan Gosling's like, "This is not gonna work. You have to go to New York. Your parents are never gonna let you be with me." And she's like, "No, I want to be with you." Basically, that whole shtick, right? And then her parents basically drag her ass out to New York, because they're like bajillionaires, right? And then but like Ryan Gosling, even though he breaks up, he still has feelings for her type shit. Um, and this all happens after they like snuck out at night and they boned, and it was like 2 a.m. In the morning or something. Okay, and then yeah, and then so Ryan Gosling still loves her, and then he sends her letters every single day for a year, and then Emma, um, what the hell, Adam? Wait, what am I saying? Um, I blanked on her. I'm blanking on her name. Um, the girl that plays Mean Girls, right? The Rachel in Mean Girls, I think her name is. She still likes Ryan Gosling, so she's like, oh, she checks for letters from him every day. But then the mom is intercepting all the letters, but she doesn't burn them. Instead, she just keeps them in this nice little pile. Okay, and this is like a Chekhov's gun type situation. Okay, so then basically, she realizes that um, it's over, and then she moves on for life, and she goes to college, and she becomes a nurse. And then as a nurse, she meets this one soldier guy, who's also rich, because this is like during Viet. No, it's not during Vietnam. It's during World War II. Um, and Ryan Gosling also enlists, and with his friend, but his friend dies, and it's like that was like a really B note in the movie. I don't know why. I don't know, but yeah, and then but like he still loves her, so now he has enough money because of the GI Bill to afford a house, right? So this house that they boned in, and he was like, "Oh, I always wanted a house," and she's like, "Oh, I want it this way," and so so he already knows that she is like with another dude, right? Because he sees her making out with him through a window or something, right? While they were in town, the general dude, right, or the really rich guy that Rachel McAdams met in the army. So he's like, "Oh, I'm like depressed. I'm gonna build this house for her," which is really stupid, right? because he's building a house. Okay, keep in mind this was like a summertime fling, right? Even the parents acknowledge that, right? Like it's like a 2 3 month thing, and then he loves her enough to build her a house. Okay, and he also has a girlfriend at this point. Okay, but he doesn't love her for real like that because he always wants Rachel McAdams. The whole thing is really stupid. He builds a house just for Rachel McAdams, even though she already is with another dude, and then Rachel McAdams gets engaged to the other dude, and this guy is like still thirsting, right? And then basically, long story short, they both cheat on both their like spouses, like significant others, and then yeah, and then they get together and it's happily ever after, and then like uh and then you know how like dementia patients like have like a sudden like uh not dementia, yeah, like whatever, Alzheimer's patients have a sudden like burst of like remembering shit right before they die because your brain kicks into overdrive, right? um like that happens. She finally remembers Ryan Gosling for the first time, and we find out that like this whole thing, right? Rachel McAdams, Ryan Gosling, right? Very attractive actors. This was like all in her imagination. And then we get photos like the real couple, right? Or like which are other actors that have like photographs or whatever. And then they die in each other's arms because Ryan Gosling has heart problems. It's a very romantic story, okay? The cheating part, they both cheat on each of their own lovers because true love or whatever. Like, keep in mind, she's known this general guy for like 7 years. The general guy is rich. He can guarantee her they love each other. He can guarantee her a stable like future. Um, like everything, right? Uh, and she's known him for like 7 years, and she's known Ryan Gosling for 3 months. And she decides to cheat with Ryan Gosling, come back, cheat again, and then, at the end when her mom forces her to make a decision between Ryan Gosling and the general dude, she picks Ryan Gosling. Like what the fuck? So yeah, it's very romantic for Rachel McAdams. It sucks for both of the dudes involved because Ryan Gosling feels like because she went back to the general dude initially, right? After coming back to Ryan Gosling. So he feels cheated. The general guy definitely feels cheated. It like my friend described the movie as a horror's fantasy, okay? Like having two like insanely attractive guys chasing after you and you get to like have your cake and eat it too, right? Literally. So yeah. Um the whole movie plot is like it's such a shit show that it's actually peak entertainment and like I don't even know, like I think you're expecting her to end up with Ryan Gosling because they're on like the cover together of the movie, but like we all know any rational person would have picked the general dude, right? So like I don't know. um and yeah, like sorry. And like the movie is like nonsensical and it's weird undertones of like if you chase this girl, and he's even chasing her after she has a he knows she has a husband, and he still like he starts kissing her, he engages the cheating, right? And but like she like kisses him back and then they like bone or whatever, but like still like she engages it with the guy she's known for 3 months. This is a summer fling, right? And like Ryan Gosling does all this and he's an idiot too. Like, why would you do all this for a girl that you knew for 3 months? And she's an idiot for leaving her boyfriend of 7 years and soon to be husband, it's her fiance, right? For a dude she knew for 3 months back in the summer when they were high schoolers, right? Like, what are we doing here? Okay, yeah, that's basically the summary of the problems with the movie. Okay, it is a very like romantic movie, right? Um, but it's insanely stupid. Okay, but if you can suspend your disbelief, and if you really sell yourself on Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, because they also have really good chemistry together, right? Really sell yourself on that. Um, it's a very romantic movie, and like it tugged at my heartstrings a bit, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that happens, and a lot of it is kind of cheap. Like his Ryan Gosling's friend dying in Africa, I think in North Africa, North Africa. Oh my God, for in World War II, and like Ryan Gosling's like grandfather dying or father dying, and then there's a lot of like random notes, but like the dementia storyline was a really good through line, and it really did a good job like tying it all together. And I really also liked the the whole thing with like their true love. It's true love, and like yeah, right. Like I don't know. It's like so Hollywood and so corny that like it kind of works. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I mean, it's an entertaining movie, right? I didn't pause it every 15 seconds. I mean, even for Interstellar, which I loved, right? I was like in the beginning, it's a slow burn, right? Um, like the Notebook is quick. It's in like 2 minutes, and it's not 2 minutes. It's only 2 hours. You start it. It's entertaining. The plot's romantic. It's cute. Good chemistry between the leads. That's it. Bye, guys. Good night.